What's up, you guys? So I'm back. Happy New Year. I believe this is my first video of 2025. So happy New Year. I hope everyone had a safe and happy holiday. I had such a busy holiday season doing like my holiday mommy duties, but I'm back and I'm back with more content. And I am so looking forward to celebrating 400,000 subscribers with you all. So if you haven't yet subscribed, if you never subscribed before, now is the time to do it. Now is the time to subscribe and get us to 400,000 subscribers. In this video, we got to talk about this, y'all. We got to talk about this. Rickey Smiley, at the tender age of 54, has recently found out that he is the father of identical twin 5-year-old girls that he did not know about. He's a father of twin girls with his ex-girlfriend. So we're going to get into all that tea, all that drama in this video. All right, you guys, so we're going to jump into the interview where Rickey Smiley revealed that he is the father of 2 surprise twin daughters that he just found out about recently. This is with the Smitty and D. I believe this is a radio show or podcast, but it's called Smitty and D, and I'll leave a link below. But this is what Rickey Smiley had to say about finding out that he is these twin girls' father.
For the 1-year anniversary of my son's death, I found out I have 5-year-old identical twin beautiful daughters, identical twin daughters. I got a phone call from an ex-girlfriend. She went to court, found out that those identical twin daughters was not her ex-boyfriend. The whole time, here they are my biological daughters.
Let me just clear up the moment, y'all. Rickey just announced that he has surprise twins, and he just found out.
Ready for this? Been knowing them their whole life. They've been coming over to Grayson birthday parties and play dates, playing on the swing set, all of that stuff. Phone calls when they were sick. What should I do? Should I give them this?
You did not feel any sort of connection. You did not see anything that's like, dang, that reminds me of me, or that reminds me of my son or my daughter.
Yeah, I just thought, since I was, older, that I had no idea, because I haven't had no kids since Malik.
Yeah.
When I tell you that's the first time I saw the sun again, during that dark hour, the sun came back out.
How old were they when you found out you were the father?
4, almost 5. And on their 5th birthday, I went.
So Rickey Smiley, he talks about how he was present in their life, and he has a grandson named Grayson that they used to come to Grayson's birthday parties. And for people like in the comments, it may sound unusual that he was present in the life of his ex-girlfriend's kids. But like, I remember watching his reality show. Y'all remember? I think it was on TV1. He used to have that reality show. And I noticed like a lot of the children that he calls kids were not necessarily his biological kids. If he dated someone with kids, he would like take on that role of stepfather, even if him and the woman broke up. So it's not surprising to me, as someone who watched his show, it's not surprising to see him, be involved in the life of his ex-girlfriend's kids.
Has surprise twins, and he just found out.
Ready for this? Been knowing them their whole life. They've been coming over to Grayson birthday parties and play dates, playing on the swing set, all of that stuff. Phone calls when they were sick. What should I do? Should I give them this?
You did not feel any sort of connection. You did not.
So he's receiving phone calls from the mom, like when they're sick, because the mom said the dad, she said that he's a deadbeat dad. He's a deadbeat parent. And we're going to get into his response in this video. But the reason she's reaching out to Rickey Smiley is because the man who she thinks is the actual father, it seems like he wasn't taking care of his responsibilities. And so with going to court, the court has to establish paternity. And the paternity test showed that that man was not the father. So let's go ahead and let's get into the mom's response, and then we'll get into his response. Now, the mom, she did make herself public. She commented on the blogs and she made herself public. And so she left a comment and said, "To be rightfully honest, my twins' biological dad was the very first person informed that I was pregnant. No one had the joy of raising them as their dad. That was all me for those 4 years." Like I said, she said that he was not present in their life. She said, I try to stay quiet, but don't speak on a situation unless you know the truth or have both sides. There's 3 sides to every story. Choose as you wish. And for the record, DNA confirmed the validity of paternity, and we co-parent wonderfully. So she's probably happy now. She's probably happy now. If she had someone who was a deadbeat father as the father, and then it turns out he's not the father, Rickey Smiley is the father, and Rickey Smiley seems to enjoy fatherhood, she's probably happy now. She probably does co-parent wonderfully with Rickey Smiley. But let's go ahead and get into the first dad, the original dad. Let's go ahead and get into what he had to say about this.
And that video is so disgusting. It's wicked. And it triggered me, man. Like, I'll never get over that situation. For 5 years, man, they knew. For 5.
Now, let me just pause for a second, because we talk about looks and being able to tell who the father is by looks. But him and Rickey Smiley kind of look alike to me. I guess this woman has a type. Like, she likes some, brown skin, kind of slim, glasses, full beard. They kind of look alike. So maybe when she looks at her kids, she probably just sees herself and doesn't see the difference between Rickey Smiley and this guy.
5 years. The mama in on it, the grandma in on it, and the real victims are those twin girls and her oldest daughter. And he been calling her his daughter too, man. This shit's so crazy, man. But
that's what I said. He calls the oldest daughter his daughter too, because he does that with all the women he dates. Like, he just takes on their kids.
But they don't understand. Man, that situation killed me, man.
So this guy, he makes accusations. You can see it's on site. I'll leave a link to them below. They said, man who believed he was the father of Rickey Smiley's twin daughters is speaking out, claims the baby's mother was Rickey's side chick since she was a minor. So he's saying that basically the lady and Rickey both knew that Rickey was the father, but they didn't say anything because they didn't want it to be exposed that she had been dating Rickey since she was a minor. Now, these are his allegations. I don't necessarily believe them. You can leave a comment. Let me know if you believe them. But if there's someone who's like a deadbeat parent, they don't have much credibility with me. I'll just be honest with you. I barely believe anything they say if they're a deadbeat parent.
Having her dust-ass homegirls harassing me and got her, even her brother just passed away. That nigga just died. And before he died, he was mad at me. He was mad at me thinking I was some ain't shit nigga. And that whole time, bro, I'm like, so I'm trying to be there. I'm trying to fight for my kids. And she just pulling it back. And just denying access and the manipulation, invite my other kids to hang out with the girls, all that. Man, that shit was so fucked up, man. That shit wild.
But he also posted on social media, Rickey FOS. For 5 years, he and that chick knew I wasn't the father the whole time. They lied. And so I feel like men always have the opportunity to do a DNA test. Like, it's always out there. They sell DNA tests at like CVS now. So he always had that opportunity to do a DNA test rather than to be seen as a deadbeat father if he felt like those weren't really his kids. He also posted she been his side chick since she was 17 years old, and the mama encouraged her to do it. She's 37 today, so y'all do the math. When I found out she manipulated the whole world to defend this ninja and keep their secret, he even calls her first daughter his child too. Them folks had everybody thinking I wasn't nothing and a deadbeat after I found out their secret. So I guess he's trying to say like he already knew that he wasn't the father. I guess that's what he's hinting at, but it still doesn't make sense to me because I still think you would get a DNA test. He said, even my own family went against me because of her lies.
Right before the 1 year
anniversary. It sounds like excuses. It sounds like now that he found out that he's not the father, he can say, well, that's why I won't present anyway. I ain't think they were my daughters anyway. I know my kids when I see them and they ain't look like my kids. It sounds like excuses to me. But y'all leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think on this precious year of our Lord 2025. We starting early this year. So y'all leave a comment, share your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching.